Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of In the Gallery with Laura Ali. I'm your host, Laura Ali, and today we are going to get into a clip that I came across. It's in Anaheim, California. I'm not going to talk about California, but I'm not one to talk. I live in New York, but it's bad out there. I know, because I know what crime looks like. That's how I can tell. But this is wild. This is the clip of these robbers breaking into a jewelry store by just driving into the jewelry store. It's actually ridiculous. Let's check it out.
An SUV crashes through the front door at Classic Jewelers in Anaheim. A group of robbers in hoodies, masks, and gloves go to town on their display cases, cracking them open with crowbars and hammers, and tossing between $750,000 to $1 million worth of jewelry into trash cans.
Yeah, it was definitely a shock.
Could you imagine you have this jewelry store, you're minding your business. It is a regular day. I think this happened on January 23rd. And these robbers just break in with a vehicle and then just start smashing everything. This is horrible.
It's like adrenaline going through you. You know, you don't know if you're going to get shot.
These guys were afraid of getting shot by the owner's own loaded gun.
My gun right here, right behind me.
Owner Ramsey Tabello says when he told the robbers he had a gun, they spotted it in the red case on the counter.
So they took my gun, and at that point, I was scared for my life.
Thankfully, no shots were fired during the smash.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness they did not murder these people, these owners, the employees. But the PTSD of being robbed in this fashion, broad daylight. It's not like some of them, I've seen some of them driving into sneaker stores or driving into, I guess, jewelry stores too, but at night. And I'm not saying that's any better because it's not. They're all disgusting criminals. But just imagine being in the store when the car drives into the store. And you're like, are they going to hit me? Are they going to kill me? Because if you're willing to break down a whole store front, I'm going to think you really don't care about other things like my life. So I am very happy that everyone escaped without physical injury, but the mental injury behind this, it's like, how do you even own a jewelry store nowadays? Like with things like this happening, it's horrible.
And grab. Within 2 minutes, police say the suspects hopped into 2 different getaway cars and sped off.
Ran after them, got the license plates on the cars.
Police chased the cars, and it wasn't long before the suspects crashed. One car at Euclid and Malvern in Fullerton, the other at Lemon and Orangethorpe, where they crashed into other innocent drivers.
Look at the vehicle, like all of this. For what? You smashed up, you hit other innocent people. You're going to jail. You were apprehended. And I hope you go for a very long time, but this is what I started to say earlier. I don't know the laws of California, I really don't. But I do know that they are somewhat on the lenient side. Now, if they're going to get a slap on the wrist, you can't be, this is my frustration with society. If they're going to get a slap on the wrist, you can't be upset when things like this happen then. There's no consequences for this behavior, and these people just keep doing these things because they can get away with it. So let's see what happens to these guys.
Yeah, one of my parents were involved in the accident. They're gonna be okay. There was other people that were injured.
6 suspects have since been caught, but there are possibly 8 total, so police are still looking for those others. These guys are just happy they weren't hurt or killed.
Lesson learned, I should always carry my gun on me.
Pretty sad.
And you can see, that's what I was talking about, PTSD. You can see on the owner's face his regret, his blaming himself, feeling like he should have done something different. That is not your fault. You doing your normal day's work and not having your gun physically on you, I don't think that's the end of the world. You're not expecting someone to break in with a vehicle into your store. So I hope, I pray that this shop owner can find peace within himself and forgive himself in any way, because he's not at fault, obviously, in any way for what happened to him. He is a victim. But that's part of when you experience a traumatic event, you question, what could I have done to make this different? What could I have done for a different outcome, or to change the circumstances? It's probably best he didn't have his gun on him, because, and I'm not saying, let me be careful with this. Like, I'm not saying that he shouldn't try to defend himself. What I'm more so saying is he could have had his gun on him, fired, and maybe they fired back. Like, I don't know, but everyone left with their lives, hopefully. Well, with those car accidents, it seems like everyone did leave with their lives, but to be in such severe car accidents, those cars were mangled. So how are those people doing? Like, it's a lot. But that just goes back to my point of, we need to do better as a society, and we cannot keep letting these criminals just get away with these things. So that's it for me today. Thanks for joining. I will see you guys again soon. Bye.